All right, ladies, buckle up. It's showtime.
And buckled up indeed. Welcome aboard, everybody. Copperhead Road Podcast, live on Rumble. Always live on Rumble. Yeah, I'm your boy Footer. That is my man Rexy. And yeah, boom, a lot to get into today. It's a Sunday morning. We don't usually do Sunday mornings, so yeah, this is like your Copperhead Road church. So I'm sorry about that. God bless everybody on a Sunday. Jesus is Lord. How are you?
It's fine, but I think calling this church is a little blasphemous.
No, because again, church in the sense of a community and somewhere you come to worship your podcasts in a not in a godlike way.
I was going to say, now we're talking golden calf.
Yeah, no, only no. What are you, ball? No, we are ball. What's there really is a or a all or a ball, bow. Who cares? I know it's not bail.
Yeah, it's true. Let me sure of that.
Yeah, but yeah. So a lot going on. I'll tell you again. Great job in the comments. Great job interacting. My favorite one though was just the as you said the in one of the comments, I believe the deep message in the long paragraph that was given was the trash can emoji. That's it.
Yeah.
nothing else but the trash can emoji. Brilliant, sir. I love it.
Hey, maybe he's just a garbage man, and that's his his call sign.
Yeah. Tell us how you how do you really feel?
Yeah.
No. Yeah. Way to dig deep with your intellect. Good job.
Let's see. We've also gotten clowns sometimes. The Star of David. Oddly enough, no poop emojis, which I think is sort of a good thing.
Yeah, I think that says it all. You know what I mean? We're ready for the even bigger time. And I'm not a lot going on. I've been snubbed by the Golden Globes. I don't like that. That's annoying me.
That's true.
I don't like that. I think we were ourselves, Rogan. We were snubbed. I don't like it.
Similar elk, right?
Yeah. Again, he look, bison, elk, whatever really you're into shooting is what we do. But we're on the same level. Sure.
I think the term is elk, not elk.
Really?
Yeah. So Mike in chat said he started making a cheesecake, but didn't have enough granulated sugar. So I guess I'll pout and look at you two for a bit until I get motivated to run down to the store.
Or how about you do what anybody else does? You just Uber Eats or DoorDash or Instacart it and just you sit in your house on a Sunday and you relax. You work hard. You might as well enjoy that.
And you can use brown sugar. You can use confectioner sugar. You do have options. I know you ain't one of them stevia motherfuckers.
What is nigga, sweet and low type of nigga?
Yeah.
I can't see the chats, and there when the chat comes up, it's hidden today. I don't know why. It's like too low. On the bottom of the screen. So if I'm not seeing it, I don't think anybody else is.
Can you see it there?
Now I got it. Boom. Powdered sugar is yeah, beautiful. Yeah. No, I don't think powdered sugar is okay, by the way. Just for the record. That was if Rex said that. But no, powdered sugar is not okay. I think
what are you out of your fucking mind? It's just granulated sugar ground down to a powder.
Okay. Then why does it ask for that? There's a difference, obviously.
Well, because that's what you would standard. You're not gonna, because confectioner sugar is more of an expensive product, but it can still be substituted.
I don't know. Oh, I like the Christmassy stuff around the thing. Merry Christmas, everybody. I'm
Yeah.
excited. A little bit into I won't get into too much detail in my personal life, not because I care, more to protect, the ones that I love. But I've had a few rough Christmases
Mm.
over the last couple of Christmases have been a little rough for me. And just because my environment had changed so much over the last couple of years. And it's been a little bit difficult for me to adjust. And I'm at a point where I think this is like my first year that I would be lying if I was to say I'm at my old school, at my best as far as Christmas time,
Yeah.
And anybody who has kids, they know like when your kids are little, oh man, Christmas is just absolutely freaking the best. Christmas when the kids are little are the best. I know you have one. So you know how it is, and I have three girls, and they're very close in age, and it was just I can't even tell you like the joy Christmas would bring to have that because you go through life as ourselves when you're little, like you're just that Christmas spirit, just Santa Claus coming and whatever, just the whole vibe, lights, everybody's happy, and again, as weird as as selfish as it is, you're getting well, if you're fortunate, and like I said, I didn't grow up rich, but we were lower middle class. So my dad owned his own business, and he actually owned a bicycle business. Like he owned actually sold bicycles. And in the 80s and 90s, that was bikes were huge, like BMX. So he would do great at Christmas time, which would give us a really good Christmas. So like
Sure.
I was so excited. We'd wake up in the morning and we come outside, my sister and I, and there'd be the tree and there'd be presents, bro. Oh, spoiled brats we were, bro. Like just presents as far as you can see pushed out from the tree,
Yeah.
Just an awesome feeling. And then, like I said, when I had my girls, just that, because then you lose it a little bit, when you get older and the whole spiel of Christmas, but
Yeah.
then when you have kids again, you get to relive that like magical end of it. And so I definitely miss that end of it. But and we used to do my girls, I would their back bedroom was like down this hallway, right? So you had to like come out of their bedrooms, then walk down a hallway, and then there would be an opening to the living room where the tree was. And I would take wrapping paper and I would build a wrapping paper wall like in their entranceway.
Yeah.
Right. So when they would wake up to come out of the rooms, it would be just a big thing of wrapping paper in front of the entranceway so they couldn't see. And then I'd be like, okay, girls, you ready? All right, come on. And they would bust through the wrapping paper. You know what I mean? And they would see the tree.
Little Gary Glitter playing, everybody clapping.
Yeah. Who let the dog out? Who. And then, but they would bust through the wrapping paper. You know what I mean? Just their eyes lit up.
Yeah.
Just, awesome. So my point is the contrast to that. My girls get older, life changes, different things happen. And, the last couple have been a little bit rough for me, but I think this is like my first year where, again, not there yet, but I think, as silly as it may sound to some, I think just like my newfound love of Jesus and my my mental health, trying to get myself back on track where I want to be. It's the first year in a few years that I've really been able to kind of get some spirit back in me. So it's exciting and it's fun, and I'm excited for this Christmas. Just like this is the time I like, people
Plus
are.
you're doing that mall Santa thing again, right? This year?
Yeah, no. Let's just say, I kept asking all the moms to sit on my lap, and they asked me to politely leave.
Yeah, I mean, plus you have things to disclose to every kid as they walk up, legally.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, exactly. Yeah. Well, this is in 1989, and if you notice, okay, I was 16, and it was on the cusp. I was on the cusp. You see, I knew he was a fucking pit. Shut up! It's a joke, you dumb fucks.
What would you say? There's like a 6-year window, because it doesn't start when, obviously, when they're first born. They get to like 5, 6, where they kind of start really getting the whole idea of Christmas and excited, being able to open presents by themselves.
Yeah, younger, but I there is that thing, but it's definitely younger.
But then I would say it's starting to ebb at the teens. Especially because our children's want for nothing, so that it's not like they're really angling for, oh, I can't wait to get that. You've had it for years already, so it's a little different. But
yeah, no, that for sure. But I think it's important too, though, and I don't know how you guys do yours, but I think it's important, even as like teenagers, to keep that mystique. You know what I mean? As silly as it is, with just the whole if your teen pops off or something about like not being a Santa, just give the old, okay, you want to believe that, that's fine, but don't
what do you think?
Yeah, no. I used to tell my guys, he's like, all right, listen, don't get mad at me if you don't want to believe and you don't get what you want, or I'm like, that's on you. Basically Santa's this evil fucking, fuck with me. That's it. Naughty list. You're out, kid. See you.
Yeah. Well, our daughter pays us the compliment of ignorance.
Yes.
Which is nice. And, the elf on a shelf still bounces around, and she's always excited to see it in the morning and tells us where it is.
Exactly what I was talking about. And it does fall on the teen as well to be great. Yeah, without a doubt. Yep. I agree. Good call by your kid for sure.
Yeah.
To respect. I like it.
Yeah. So, you were talking about, well, actually you and I have been talking about a lot of the, I don't know. Have you seen this Christmas commercial from Walmart where they're sort of like, copying the Grinch That Stole Christmas, but there's, they're all older, and, again, it's a mixed crowd now, but I miss some of the older Christmas commercials, but the new ones are repulsive. Did I talk to you about this Walmart commercial about the Grinch That Stole Christmas characters or whatever?
No. We didn't speak about it at all, but I think you had started to, and I told you not to, and to just talk about it on the show.
We don't have this one pulled up, but I'll just give you a brief synopsis where the Grinch is somehow now in control of the sleigh, and he's talking to this guy who is sort of you can't really tell if he's gay, if he's straight, whatever, but he throws him a present or whatever, and he goes, I hope your situationship likes it. Your situationship, that's a thing now.
And he meant his, and thank you, and he meant his
relationship, but it's his situationship.
Yeah, you know what? I've just heard that term for the first time, probably like a few months ago.
Yeah,
that's weird. Yeah, what a shitty term. I think maybe if you wanted to, maybe certain relationships do could accurately be described that way, but it shouldn't be like a thing.
Right.
It's ridiculous, especially when we're talking about. Look, if you're in a therapy session and you want to explore that term, fine, right? But it's a fucking Christmas commercial. Like, how about we have a little bit of tradition to it?
Yeah.
How about a little bit? It's one fucking time of the year. I mean, really, do we need to start inserting every little fucking thing? Like, do you think you just brought in this niche that Walmart's been looking for? Is that why you did it? Or are you socially grandstanding once again? They
don't know what the fuck they're doing.
Exactly, Don. It's absolutely the dumbest shit that I've ever heard in my life. Again, you're in therapy. You're really digging deep. You need to explore certain things to kind of make sense of what's going on in your life, possibly with somebody. Sure, go ahead, talk about it, figure it out, whatever works for you.
Yeah,
but it's a fucking Christmas commercial, and you're Walmart. Who are you appealing to? Are you going to tell me you're
already?
Say?
I said that you haven't appealed to already.
Correct. And look, if you listen to the Democrats, you're already hitting all the deplorables. You know what I mean? So you got
Right.
you got them. So what are you saying? Now you're like, okay, so now we already got the deplorables because they're dumb and poor. So we got them.
Yeah.
So the conservative base is taken care of. Now let's go. Now, and then don't you love this? Then they just call you a bunch of fucking, queers. That's what they do to you.
Yeah.
How does that make you feel during Christmas? Hey, queer, here's your present. Hope it works out. I mean, that's what you're doing.
Yeah.
Right? Again, you don't have to say your wife. You don't have to say, don't say, hey, I hope this, whatever. The insertion of the word is disgusting.
Yeah. And like I was, even when I was a kid, like early on, like the Coke commercials with the polar bears and stuff, I was even kind of like, it's kind of a little new age. Now I wish that was the commercials. Yeah.
Do me a favor. Again, it's a little out of context because it's not, but I'd like to show the contrast. I had sent you a commercial. I think it was like a German in Germany.
Do
you have that?
Yeah.
Yeah. If you want to bring that up for a minute. So, okay, there it goes. German Chinese food ad from 1988. So here's an example of where I think that you have to put into perspective. So if you have a product, right, I think your goal to sell your product in a 1.5 to 3 minute, how I don't even think commercials are 3 minutes, right? So what is it?
Yeah, it's either 30, 60, 90, I think is though.
Okay, 30, 60, 90. So you have a 30, 60, 90 second spots that you are trying to market and sell your product, right? So you look, you go sex sells, humor sells, celebrity sell, right? Yep. I think that those three things are very good for a short marketing approach to a commercial. Now you also have the flip side, which is infomercials, that longer, more informative, you know what I mean? Kind of tapping into a few different aspects of stuff.
Yeah.
So that's how it was. And again, nobody likes to watch the entire infomercial anyway. But there's the contrast. So you have the long. We are now coming to the effect of coming to the point where we're having these like 30-second and 60-second commercials for, like you said, Walmart and different things that are inserting things and almost making them infomercials, you know? So here's an example of a company trying to be either funny or do something, without a doubt, trying to be funny. Back in the day where I think commercials were what they should be.
Yeah.
Let's play this. This is funny. That kid's the best.
Pretty sure that was DJ from Roseanne.
Yeah.
Yes. If you want it to taste really Chinese, magic fix for China pan with bamboo shoots and the typical seasoning.
Okay.
So basically, I thought it was LaCroix, but yeah, it was something that's gone by the wayside, I guess.
Yeah, but again, and if you weren't watching, if you just listened, basically it was this perfect family, this perfect white family sitting there in their little, they had the brother, the sister, the mom, the dad, just a perfect family. And all of a sudden you have them taking the stir fry. They take a bite, and all of a sudden, their faces turn, their eyes turn Chinese. You know what I mean? They're smiling like, pushing home that is such authentic Chinese food that it's actually turned these people Chinese. Like, that's funny. They're not making fun. It's funny. It's not making fun of someone.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, are Chinese people's eyes not more slanted than a German person's eyes? They are.
Yeah.
Is it funny that they are? No. It's funny when a white person's eyes.
Of course, the longer version of that commercial is at the very end. They all stare at the dog and he yelps and runs out of the room.
Say again?
I'm not going to say it again. You heard me.
Oh, okay. I really didn't, though, because I was getting a text. I'm sorry.
No, I said, fine, I'll do it for you. I said, in the longer version of the commercial, they all look at the dog and he yelps and runs out of the room.
See, that's good. That's good. Yeah. See, that was good. I really was distracted. I wanted to make sure I got context.
That's right.
But again, so it really is. I just wanted to have you play that because, like, the contrast of the commercial you described and then that commercial.
Yeah.
You know, I don't want to have to dig deep into your dog whistles. No pun intended.
So, I was sort of on a commercial kick, and again, the YouTube and the Amazon commercials. Number one, I don't know why they don't have a wider range of ad buys, because it seems like if, like, say you're gonna binge watch something, it's the same 3 ads every 9 minutes or whatever it is. And you were talking about lengths of commercials. I mean, some of them are 3 and 4 minutes long each. And,
I never watch them.
Well, YouTube's sort of getting funny now with, you get like a 90-second, and sometimes you can go to next and sometimes you can skip and whatever, but sometimes you're stuck there for 50, 60 seconds, which nowadays is insane. I know commercials used to be a time where you'd actually pay attention to your family for 3 minutes, but that's gone by the wayside.
YouTube's getting slick too. Even like when you skip, the little ad stays on the bottom, like in that little box where just and you could hit dismiss if you want. I've had them where you can't hit dismiss if you're on if you're rotated. We have to turn it, hit the and make it vertical, hit an X, and then you can spin it to get rid of it. Again, YouTube can go eat a dick. And how's that?
Yeah. And some of the if you're using the app on TVs, like, and the skip button comes up and you go to hit it, like, it almost seems like sometimes the TV doesn't recognize that you're actually hitting it, so you have to hit skip twice. For some reason, it's on the skip things where it's I didn't know you wanted to skip. Hit it again, and then I'll do it.
Yeah. Or all of a sudden, like, the X is right next to, like, the go to ad fucking button.
Right.
Yeah, they're a bunch of scumbags.
So I pulled up a few commercials that I'd like to go through with you. The first one is actually it's kind of a wholesome commercial. It's a guy playing basketball with his daughter who's in diapers. And it's it's kind of fun. They're dancing or whatever. But I have an issue.
I hope he dunks on her.
I don't
hangs on the rim.
Actually, well, you'll
posterized, bitch.
It's again, it's a very nice, wholesome commercial, but that's not where I have the issue with it.
Oh, I see your issue already.
No. Dad and daughter dancing together.
It's terrible.
Yeah. Wonderful thing you love to see. A dad of color playing with his daughter. Okay, you can pause just like that. All right, here's my problem. Do you recognize the song in the background?
Not yet. I just can't get over the fact you don't put pants on your kid. But
yeah, that's well, I mean, again, if I guess they're by themselves or whatever. But if you're selling Huggies, you kind of have to.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. But my point is, though, even you said that. Well, if they're by themselves, you're in a fucking public place.
Yeah,
like that is kind of the problem. You know what I mean? Like you always see these like these kids run. You kids should be running around in diapers in your house. That's what kids do.
Yeah,
they run. They take the pants off. They run around in diapers in the house. Okay, but you're in a public place. At least start off with the kid having pants on, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Even a little onesie. But if you move, I'll move. Just like that. That was the thing. What
Yep.
I don't know what you mean though.
Well, it's a ludicrous song. Well, the first words of that song is, "How you ain't gonna fuck, bitch, I'm me. I'm the goddamn reason you're in VIP." I'm not sure that that's what we should be sort of marketing.
But did they play that part?
No, of course not. But if you've heard the song before, you're going to go there. And now you're watching a guy play with his daughter, and you got that playing in your head. It's very disconcerting to me.
That I think you're being nitpicky, only because nobody knows the beginning of that song.
Everybody does if they've heard it.
Okay, I don't. I've heard it 1,000 times. Nobody knows that. You're
I'm not
wrong.
saying people of your generation. I'm saying, the younger class.
Shitbag, that is my generation. You fuck.
Wow.
Well, because you're taking a shot at me the point is you're listen. You're off base.
The Bloodhound Gang either, so we'll give you that.
You know what you sound like, man? You sound like that song about what's the song? The Christmas song, Back and Forth with the baby. It's cold outside.
Oh yeah.
Like they had to change it because it sounds like rape. You're just as bad as that.
I'm just saying there's a lot of other songs
you're being
played with a guy playing with his daughter that doesn't have to, evoke prostitution.
And it didn't. So there you go.
Paid sex. Of course it does.
And it doesn't. You failed. That's my point. I'm on your side all the time. You think I'm pissed off the kid's not wearing pants. So believe me. But nobody picked up on that as far the song in the background was to make somebody's head bob to obviously whatever, but it was not invoking anything you said. Be fair.
You're wrong. I think you're wrong.
You're going to tell me it was evoking what you said.
Well, that's immediately what I thought. Why am I the only person that would think that?
You tell me.
Listen to you.
But it's the truth. You're being way too you're looking for something that's not there.
Okay, well, this again, I didn't look for it. It came to me, and because I started singing the song in my head, and I'm like, well, that seems wildly inappropriate.
All right, disagree on that one. What else?
All right. So, the next three are pharmaceutical ones. Let's pull up Rexulti. If you want to throw a joke in there, that's fine too.
Yeah.
All right. So this is the matter of fact, we have two of them that they're sort of like a sidekick to antidepressants. If your antidepressant isn't working enough for you, they give you this sort of extra boost to make it work better.
I like how it says actor portrayals too. So this poor lady doesn't like, you know what I mean? Go walk around and go, holy shit, this lady shits herself when she takes her meds. No. That's an actress. It's not. I don't really.
All right. So, again, if you need this, God bless you. But there's some parts of the commercial that I just find funny. So let's play that.
Antidepressant, I was masking my depression. I felt I was missing out on the moments around me. So my doctor prescribed Rexulti.
When added to an antidepressant, Rexulti was proven to significantly reduce depression symptoms.
You put it
more than an antidepressant alone.
I just pictured how funny we do our own Rexulti commercial, and it's that same lady, right? And you just come over all angry and yelling at her, all salty. Rexulti. Just come in, this bitch, you're fine. Suck it up. Rexulti. Have him come to your home. All right, good.
She said Rexulti could provide a boost. For me, less depression meant enjoying the little things.
Elderly people with dementia-related psychosis have increased risk of death or stroke. Antidepressants may increase suicidal thoughts and actions and worsen depression in children and young adults. Call your healthcare provider right away to report new or sudden changes in mood, behavior, thoughts, or feelings, or if you develop suicidal thoughts or actions.
Yeah, you either have to do one or the other. You either have to keep that lower when you're talking over, or for whatever reason, your mic,
high blood
when I
sugar
listen
can lead
back,
to
even
coma or
when
death.
you talk over
Weight
it,
gain, increased
I can't hear
cholesterol,
you, man,
unusual
at all.
urges,
So
dizziness,
everything you say is gone.
falls, seizures,
So
trouble
either that needs to be
swallowing,
lowered when you
sleepiness
talk,
may
or you need
occur.
to raise up or get the fuck up in here like this.
Progress?
Ask your doctor about adding Rexulti.
Yeah, and I am going to ask production when he starts talking if you could just pause it so I can hear him as well. What I was saying is all right. So the commercial has a woman who has a son who may or not be a confirmed bachelor later in life. But then she obviously a single woman. But then she meets a black woman in some kind of like a Chuck E. Cheese kind of a thing in an interracial lesbian relationship. And like I think the depression probably goes a little bit farther beyond than adding a kicker to your already antidepressant thing. How about you think about your kid for a little bit and not make him grow up with two mommies? Maybe do something like that.
Yeah.
They don't call him the best color guy in the game, folks.
I don't know what to fucking say about that. I really don't. I mean, I don't know. I don't even know what to say. I mean, it's all ridiculous. I don't.
All right, so we
get it. Yeah, no, two gay moms are fucking not as good. I just don't know what to fucking do with that, because the fucking it's the point to everything is that how dumb the commercial is that it doesn't matter. Okay.
All right, so we'll stop the bleeding here and do one more. Let's do the prep pill ad, which is just delightful for several reasons.
Play date? You bring your A game. Ready to score? You bring your A game. Bring your A game to your sexual wellness and include Apertude, a prescription medicine used to reduce the risk of HIV. Apertude helps give you.
All right, can we just pause it right there for a second? Yeah, right there. That's what Steven Crowder looks when he looks in the mirror. That's what he sees right there.
Yeah.
The other month, and it's
so he's hanging out with a chick.
Daily prep and reducing the risk of HIV.
You must catch his eyes with the other guy.
Whoa.
Before each injection. If you think you are exposed to HIV or have flu-like symptoms, tell your doctor right away. More HIV testing.
Pause it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't like the fact that this guy's on a date with a girl, right?
Yeah.
It looked like. Then he comes there, now he's about to blow this guy in the bathroom.
Yeah, and obviously stepping down because the other guy is, wearing a loose shirt, obviously doesn't take care of himself as much as this. And why is everybody just completely jacked in this episode? Or in this
jacked? The one guy's wearing mom jeans and a button-up shirt that's like a half shirt. He can't even point to the bathroom without his fucking belly button showing. So,
yeah,
it's definitely. I don't know where this is happening though. I can promise you, it's not rural Ohio.
No.
Apertude does not prevent other sexually transmitted infections. Practice safer sex to reduce your risk. Get Apertude as scheduled. Missing doses increases your HIV risk. Don't take Apertude if allergic to it or taking certain medicines that may interact. Tell your doctor about your medical conditions, liver problems, and mental health. Serious side effects include allergic reactions or rash, liver problems, and depression. If these occur, get medical help right away. The most common side effect is injection site reaction.
You bring your A game to everything you do. Ask your doctor about Apertude.
One thing I've noticed from that commercial is the straight white couple. Wonder why they were left out.
Yeah, well, the guy was sitting there vomiting onto the bowling lane. They had to go fucking get a mop. He was a good Christian. And you saw this, he's like, "Oh my good Lord, help me! What kind of bowling alley am I in?" Jesus.
Yeah,
instead of bowling pins, they're bowling sins. Am I right?
Mm.
Get out, everybody!
Ta-da! Why is there a pin missing?
Yeah. One guy just tried to smuggle it a certain way. He tried to steal the pin, and they're like, "Oh, they'll see it." And he goes, "Not the way I'll smuggle it out."
I mean, that's the thing. Like,
you see, because he's gay, he takes dicks in his head. Sorry, go ahead.
I mean, you can't see like the absolute depravity of this. I mean, number one, you're marketing a medication that is 99.9% transmitted through gay sex or heroin addiction.
And let me add to that too, is let's just say that was your only reason for marketing it, right? Okay.
Yeah.
Fine. Okay. I mean, I'm not okay with it, but I'll grant you that look, there's a market you want to sell to it, but you don't need to as you said, would you say depravity?
Depravity. Yeah.
You don't need to have this. Like that commercial is horrific. Like that is. I mean, I'm not even like all joking around. We made the little jokes about that commercial. Is promoting an absolutely horrific lifestyle. It has a guy with a girl catching eyes with another guy. The man was meat gazing. He looked him up and down, peeked at his cock. There's no two ways about it. They made that clear on the video. I'm not even being joking, right? Like the one dude, he woke up, he like kind of gave a glance down at the crotch. Again, fine. You want to be gay? Great. You make God cry. I hope you're happy. Do what you want to do. Okay.
And then like the next scene, woman's gone and they're playing bowling together now.
My point. How do you feel about that, ladies? You're okay? You're okay with that? Next thing you know, you go to a bowling alley. Yeah. You go, you think you're about to marry this fucking young beau. Yeah. Him and Luis are in the bathroom fucking tapping their toes underneath the stall.
I mean,
you know what I mean?
A little bit of the blame on her. If your man is dressing like that and going out to public with you, you may have missed a couple of flags.
That's very fair.
I said,
and again, oh, but again, we did the jokes, right? So that's funny. But on the reel to reel and soul to soul, the heel to heel and toe to toe, okay, you have to look at that commercial and go, this is not something that I can't say suicide on fucking YouTube, but I can fucking show that commercial of absolute
faggot.
It really, it's horrific. It is, and again, forget. And I'm not even saying anything more. It's you didn't promote a nice, loving. I don't agree. With that being said, I will grant you as a evil corporation that you need to market your product, and you're marketing to a lifestyle that I don't agree with. Okay, go ahead.
What, bowling?
I get it. Bowling, correct. With that being said, you basically, you might as well have just said, there might have been, this is what you should do. You should have a line out the door, right? And then in front of a warehouse. And right on the side of the warehouse, it says, orgy, enter here with an arrow. And people lined up going in there. Like,
hole.
What?
It said enter here and just points to a small hole.
Yeah. Just a big big butthole fucking entrance way. But you know what I mean? It's like you might as well have just done that because you're promoting a horrific lifestyle. You're promoting a lifestyle to go out and sleep with whoever you want to sleep with. And listen, we know it's horrific to do that because you're spreading disease. Okay. And it's absolutely horrific that you're doing that. Okay. And you're promoting that lifestyle. Again, you don't need to promote the lifestyle. We know you can promote your product to people maybe in that lifestyle. They know who they are.
Yeah. And I would think if you're, of that lifestyle and not even maybe homosexual, but maybe very promiscuous. You think that HIV would be on your radar to some degree, unless you're an absolute idiot. But I'm not sure how much advertising you need for this because I think if you're in the game, you may already know about this or have, wished for this from Santa. So
that's my point, though. Is that is my exact point, is that you're promoting this outside your market.
Yeah. And I'll also say this commercial comes on constantly. Whoa. When my family and I are
constantly
watching.
Huh? You better take a pill. You better get on prep constantly.
Yeah. It comes up all the time when my family and I are watching Queso on YouTube, which is strictly, number one, he doesn't swear. He doesn't use any sort of imagery or anything at all that comes remotely close to anything, even PG-13. And it's directly aimed at, adolescent crowds. So they're even marketing it to people who shouldn't have to worry about this kind of a thing. It disgusts my daughter every time it comes on.
And again, look, I'm going to break it down. We'll move forward, but even from a biblical sense, and that's where I got to go with this. Okay. Look,
yeah.
I love everyone. I don't care what what your lifestyle is. And I know it sounds dumb, but look, like, God doesn't hate homosexuals. God doesn't, his blessings and all his goodness, like he wants to be in the heart of everyone. Okay. But people have to understand you're made, man is made in God's image, right? There's a certain design that God has for us, right? Mm-hmm. You're living outside of the design that God has for us, right? So you have, like, for us, for someone that's Christian or someone like, I can't hate you, but I can hate the sins and the lifestyle that you're giving. And you know what I'm saying? Like, the lifestyle that you're putting out there is not in the design that God has made you. You know what I mean? And that's the fact of it. I'm not going to hate him or hate them, gay people or people that don't live live a lifestyle that I don't hate them, but they do need to understand, and they do need to see that they are, and you don't need to be perfect. It's impossible for you to be perfect, which is why Jesus Christ died for us. You understand what I'm saying? Like, that's fucking exciting as fuck. Like, like, you're a Muslim, you're fucked, because everything you do, your good deeds matter. You know what I mean? If I know when I go up to heaven and somebody goes, well, hey, why should you be here? There's going to be no listing of shit that I've done or didn't do that is going to get me there or not there. You know what I mean? Nothing. Yep. It's not based on anything more than what's in your heart. So I think that that's a great message for people in that lifestyle, that, look, God has not forgotten about you. God has not pushed you aside. You know what I mean? Yep. He's there with you, and he's praying and trying to get into you to show you to live in his design. So my point to all this is, the commercials don't have to promote a lifestyle like that. They can promote maybe a medicine to help if you're in a situation at this point, maybe, to protect yourself. But the lifestyle is the issue. Being promiscuous like that, being promoted, the promotion of the promiscuity is absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah, and my analogy that I typically go back to is, if you replace homosexuality with handicapped, if you were born handicapped, if you became handicapped later in life, we love you, but you should try to live as much of a normal life as you possibly can. You shouldn't handicap yourself, and you shouldn't promote other people to get handicapped. And it's the same thing with different lifestyles. If you have that sort of an urge, or that's the way you want to live, you should try to avoid it and live right by God. Doesn't mean that you're always going to. You may have faults. You may, things may happen, but you certainly shouldn't promote your lifestyle, because it's afoul of the Bible or any religious teaching. And you should try to live as normal as you possibly can.
And the misconception, yes, you're 100% right. And the misconception of this whole, oh, well, I don't follow Jesus, or I'm not into, religion because, they're hypocritical and they they hate on gays, and that, no, they don't. No good Christian is going to hate somebody that's gay. Jesus wouldn't. They're not. If they hate you, then they're not a real Christian.
Yeah.
If you get, what I'm saying, if they're not there by your side to give you support and pray that God transforms your thinking and you know what I mean, and could like, then they're not doing their job as a Christian. You know what I mean?
Right.
And it really does come down to God's design of man, and you need to you live in the image of God, and you should really try to do that. And He could help you. And you don't need to be perfect. You can fold.
And on the other side of that, like, I think it's the Episcopals who go the wrong way the other way. Yes, you can accept the sinner, but it's incumbent upon them to strive towards virtue. You're not accepting, a gay couple and then continuing to be okay with them and their lifestyle. You can't just accept everybody. Jesus loves everybody. Yeah, Jesus loves everybody, but He wants to force you or coerce you into a life of truth and goodness, not continue on sin and depravity. That's not how it works.
You don't get a free pass, but the wonder, and again, a lot of people don't like this, and maybe you don't either, but the fact of the matter is, you do get a free pass because of this unbelievable thing that Jesus died on the cross. He gave the ultimate sacrifice for everyone's sins. So you do get this free pass. So my point is that even if you continue to live in that sin lifestyle, if you are genuine in your heart and you walk with God and you walk with Jesus and you allow Him to try to transform you back to His design, and for some reason, if it doesn't work and you falter, guess who's still with you? He is. And that's the great thing about every other about this religion, about Christianity, than being the one true religion than any other religion, because that's not okay in any other religion. They're not going to let you fault, because at the end of the day, the only way you're making it to live in eternity with God is by based on your deeds. And there's no man that could live up to the amount of good deeds and good doings that you would have to do to get into heaven. You need to be perfect to get into heaven. You do. And guess what? No man is perfect because of sin. We can't live. There's one guy that lived sinless, and that was Jesus. So He died for us. He gives us that opportunity. That's fucking incredible. I mean, that is absolutely incredible. Like, you could, Jesus, people. I mean, no pun intended. But how do you not see that? All you need to do is, and I go back to the commercials. Why are you pushing this lifestyle? You don't need to. You can talk about helping to make it bearable while you're in this time of you know what I mean? What's the word? Not living virtuously or whatever. You know what I mean? But it's really a shame that I think it was a good idea that you brought up the commercials, because it does just show how foul society has become, and there's no reason to. This is not 1940s Bible, 1960s, 1970s Bible Belt, Southern Baptist church where, they're looking at you and spitting on you if you're like, that's not Christianity. Right. That's not Christianity. That's not,
Yeah, the whole point is it's not what grade you get on the test, it's your ability to show your work. Good night, everybody.
Right. Yeah, ta-da! No, but again, and as stupid, we'll end it there as far as, look, very, very simple, fucking, God hates the sin, not the sinner. You know what I mean? It's simple as that. But we shouldn't be promoting this these horseshit commercials.
So, moving on to a different subject, you had I had no idea about it, but I thought it was very telling. The Golden Globes recently added a new category of podcasts. Now, again, I don't know if it's a singular category like best podcasts or whatever. But you said something to me that was just absolutely outrageous. Who who was on the list and who was left off?
Yeah, well, look, the bottom line is, look, the Golden Globes, they finally added their podcast category. They completely snubbed the actual titans of the industry, like for real, Rogan, Tucker, independent, independent hits like ours.
I mean, as much as we back Candace, she, if anybody had a meteoric rise to the top, it was Candace this year, whether you agree with her or not. Shapiro, Walsh, there Theo Vaughn, Charlie Kirk, none of these people were mentioned.
Exactly. So that's the list. And then again, and not just trying to bring it back to us, but I will, and independent shows that are big hits like us. I mean, I'm not saying we need to get a Golden Globe, but I'm trying to set the table. Look, here's the angle. There's a disconnect between legacy media and the new media. There's just no two ways about it. And then you have Hollywood, who's trying to co-opt this podcasting type of thing, but they refuse to acknowledge any of the real voices that are making a difference with this community. Yeah. You know what I mean? They try to, as I said, co-opt it, and yeah, we get it. You don't get it. You want to you want to talk about how we get it, Hollywood get it. No, legacy media, we don't want any. But yet there you are, entrenched in this Hollywood bullshit. Yeah. You remember when there was a long time, when record labels were huge, right? And it wasn't this big independent scene.
Right.
The music business, the music industry, the big labels, the big four, right? The Universals, the Sonys, they were gatekeepers.
Right.
And that's what they did. They built on until the industry was able to bypass them. Right. And then there was now you have no choice, but you see these huge hit songs that are being released, and you don't see the Sony, the BMIs, you don't see the big imprints anymore. We are at a point now with podcasting and with these different news media outlets that we need to be able to start to get to that level. We've already shown numbers wise, we've already showed influence wise how legacy media is not even a speck of what. Listen, more people listen to this show than listen to the top rated MSNBC show. Most rated. There's no two ways about it.
Yeah.
Most of CNN.
I mean, again, you may love us or hate us, but we are verified as one of the top 1% on Spotify for podcasts. So
that includes Rogan and all them. Again, we don't do the numbers of them, but it's so saturated,
right,
that when you have a show like us, we do rise to the top. Our numbers show it. And again, if anybody ever doubts any of our numbers, give us an old email. I would love to tout the stats and you know what I mean, and really make you feel stupid and make myself feel better. But anyway, that's the problem here. There's a huge disconnect, and Hollywood is laughable to tell me how you're embracing and co-opting this podcast thing into your Golden Globes, but then do nothing to actually bring what's making the most impact on people to the forefront. It's embarrassing, to be quite honest with you.
Yeah, and you do it to your own fault. I mean, it's the same thing with politicians that don't you can make the argument that was one of the main reasons that Kamala Harris failed was that she just did not embrace the podcast. And oddly enough, like I had said, the one podcast that Kamala did do, the Call Her Daddy podcast, is one of the ones that are nominated for whatever the award is for the Golden Globes. And her numbers are like 70% of what Rogan does. So whatever matrix you're using, it's not the right one.
Yep. Yeah. I mean, yeah, you said it. I don't even know what to say more. You're 100% right.
That's true. Because it's true.
That's true.
Yep.
That is.
Yep. And I'm surprised at that. Meaning, I'm surprised that there's not going to be a bigger stink about it.
Yeah.
Maybe there will be. Maybe there fucking will be. But I don't know.
Yeah.
And again,
I was going to say, because popularity, there is no comparable thing to Rogan. As far as growth over the year, you can't compare to Candace. If you want to talk production value, you can't compare to Crowder. There is I don't know specifically what the matrix is, but as far as the ones that actually matter to podcast listeners, quality, substance, whatever it is, you have to consider some of these other people that we had mentioned. And again, I don't really go deep on podcasts. I listen to 6, 8 at most, but there are, trigonometry and the Pod Save America and some of the other ones that are on the other side of it. Why are they not considered? Because they're political, so you just want to avoid that whole fish tank altogether. That just seems disingenuous.
Yeah. So
whatever
shows that, yeah. No, you're right, and it just shows. It goes to show you the this domestic agenda of what we're trying to do and how we're trying to pipe out this information is without a doubt heading in the right direction as far as things that are being done, the content creators that are becoming popular, the audiences that are grasping to it and gathering their information. I think is again has its faults. We talked about it, when it gets to the and not only misinformation, because I'm starting to get kind of annoyed with things like disinformation and misinformation, because number one, context is everything. So right. if I tell you whatever, if I say something that's in satire, or if I in context of something, and you pull that, you can easily go, well, this is misinformation, this is disinformation. But a lot of that also has to do with your ideology. So, who's the arbiter of what's disinformation and misinformation? Even if you told me that we thought there were fucking 9 planets, you know what I mean? Or whatever, 11 planets for a long time. You know what I mean? In our solar system.
All right, let's not go there, because I still believe there is 9. That the whole thing with Pluto was bullshit.
My point is, like now we know that there's hundreds of thousands of planets in our galaxy, but you didn't learn that growing up. You know what I mean? You had your my point is that would be disinformation, misinformation at that point. So we don't know. Yeah. Okay. If you'd like to go, controversial, maybe you say controversial and then have a link to where it contradicts what is being said, fine. But let's stop automatically playing godlike and pulling and labeling things as disinformation and misinformation. Yeah. Go fuck
COVID-19, BLM, transgenderism.
Again, that's fine. Say it all. Put it all out there. I'm not going to say you're misinforming or you're being putting out disinformation. I'll listen to it and I'll make the decision that what I've heard and what I believe is different. That's that. It's as simple as that. I don't need someone monitoring and telling me what I feel In other words, this is what it should be. Here's your terms of service. Okay, you write it up. It's very simple. I'll save you a lot of money on paper. You're all a bunch of fucking dummies. I'll let you know what you could hear and you can't. That's what it comes. That's the terms of service. Sign here, and you're good. So, real quick, since we're talking about, just the domestic agenda in general.
Yeah.
Listen, we have 3 Americans are dead, and you know that, right? We got 3 Americans are dead
in Syria. Yep.
Yep. And I mean, look. Before the bodies are in cold, the war drum is bum, 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 bum. It's going. You got these fucking war hawks, you know what I mean? Like fucking Lindsey Graham and these fucks. They are ready to go into Syria and own shit.
We need to bomb Syria, okay? We need to bomb them, turn it into a parking lot.
And it's the convenient crisis, right? So you got the 3 dead in Syria, allegedly ISIS, right?
Yeah.
We're in the middle of a government shutdown. There's a fighting, all the spending, spending bill debates, the big, beautiful bill. You get all this shit, right? When the politicians get stuck on the money and they usually switch to the blood. That's just always the way it is, right?
Yeah.
I mean, this is becoming this fucking the wag the dog moment type of deal. Is that what we're dealing with?
I think it's also sort of a diversion of what's going on in Venezuela. To me,
without a doubt. I just picked the one for the diversion, but yes.
Yeah. Well, I think that it behooves us to control our hemisphere. So I don't have a problem with what's going on in Venezuela. But if you're part of the political elite, especially the warhawks on the right, their bread and butter is in the Middle East, so they got to draw attention back over there.
Without a doubt. Then the biggest contrast is the America First promises the goal. Remember, was getting out, not surging back in, and you got this disproportionate amount of warhawk rhetoric. You know what I mean? That people are shooting out there. And go ahead and tell us first of all, you fucking assholes. My parents are boomers. We're not boomers, you dumb fucks.
Yeah.
And it just shows how fucking God, you fucking people are so dumb. You younger fucking people, you are so fucking dumb. You don't even understand a point of view. You really are dumb motherfuckers sometimes. It really pisses me off. Apparently, but it makes me nuts to hear that we're having this boomer mentality. You fucking dummies. Do you even know what the fuck you're talking about? I just laid out, which is an absolute opposite opinion to that on this. So I just don't get it. So anyway, do you think there's like a trap for Trump? All this shit, the distractions and all that.
Yeah. Again, and we'll bring it back. It's it's probably Israel to refocus our efforts there, because it's sort of died out. That's what makes the most sense. Will he fall for it? I don't know. I think he's definitely much more focused on settling whatever the fuck's going on in Ukraine and getting rid of Maduro. I think is where his attention probably is right now.
Well, if he gets involved with it and he attacks, he alienates his entire anti-war, fan base, which has been this America First type of deal, right? Get us out, not in. If he doesn't, then you have critics and people that maybe will take it for weakness. You know what I mean?
I don't think there's any winnables with it. You know what I mean?
No.
You can only lose support going for it. So
yeah, and who benefits from this we'll call it like the new forever war. You know what I mean? Like it's not you, it's not me.
Right.
And it's not the guy sitting in the fucking desert. You know what I mean? So it's like, I don't understand that mentality. You just look at any CNN panelist demanding the immediate response.
Yeah.
That's your old boomer mentality, you dumb fucks.
Yeah.
You know, and you know who you are. I'm getting sick and tired of your misrepresentation of who we are. You know what I mean? Not misinformation, not disinformation. Straight up, you know, tagging us as something that we are not.
Right.
So go fuck your mother. How's that?
And speaking of fucking your mother, I think I have a plan on what I would consider a reasonable immigration policy.
I doubt it, but go on.
All right. So here it is. All right. So I believe
I'm not going to, by the way, I'm just saying, you know, you're not going to bait me. I will not engage back and forth with you if I disagree. I'll just nod and bear it. But I hope you're coming from a genuine spot. Go ahead.
That's fine. Okay. So we set a before and after point, and that's negotiable before and after. I believe if you were, again, not going forward, but in the past, if you were born in America, you can stay here. It's not your fault that your parents brought, you know, came here and whatever. It's not your fault. I think if you were brought here and you were a minor of, we'll say 15 or younger, you can stay here. It's not your fault. You grew up here. You know, we can't put that on you.
I don't even know if I agree with you, but I like your open-mindedness. But I have a feeling that everybody that's here is the death penalty. But go on.
Right. Now, your parents do have to go back. So you can either stay here and survive on your own, but your parents do have to go back along with everybody else. So I am going to make a carve out for kids who were born here and kids who were brought here, because I don't believe that it's your fault. And in trade for this, it now becomes a felony punishable by death if you cross the border illegally.
All right, now you're kidding. You're being
what is the problem?
You're not taking the life of another person. That you're not doing that. You're not going to kill someone. We're not fucking. What are you, nuts? It's not medieval times. You fucking nut.
Tell me what the issue. Okay, so if somebody breaks into my house, it's punishable by death, but not the country.
It can be, sure.
Right.
If you deem it an immediate threat, you kill him.
No, I don't.
Do you not see the difference?
But again, what good reason does somebody have to illegally cross the border of this country?
Zero.
If you want to come in, go in through the proper channels.
Agreed.
So if you don't, there's a penalty, just like it is in 14 other countries.
Agree. Oh, okay. Give me the 14 other countries that illegal immigration is punishable by death. Go ahead.
Most of them are in the Middle East, China, Japan. Not.
Oh, great! Death. What a great model that you're basing it after. God bless you. Like, you're really going to now use those countries as models
for their immigration policy? Fuck yes. Okay, you tell me, give me a reason why, if somebody's going to come into this country, they can't go by proper channels.
Zero reasons. You're 100% right.
Okay, so what should we do as they cross over the border? We should take them into custody and then spend 3 and 4 years and hundreds of thousands of dollars to process them, house them. God forbid they have kids going forward. There is no reason that. Again,
you're asking me a question. Wait for me to answer. If you ask me the question,
go ahead.
I don't know. I don't think we should do any of that.
So,
meaning what you just said, wasting, spending years. All of them. I don't think nope. I don't. I agreed with you so far. I'm 2 for 2 with you on agreement.
All right. So somebody is crossing the Rio Grande, comes to the border. What should we do?
Don't know.
Well,
I don't have a good answer.
If that was the penalty, if penalty was felony punishable by death on site, you probably wouldn't have a lot of that happening.
I don't know if I agree with you. But with that being said, I don't know. But what I can tell you without a shadow of doubt, not even an ounce of hesitation, it should not be death, you fucking lunatic. That's all I'm saying. And so then for you to cite your sources.
Give me an alternative and explain to me why it shouldn't be.
If it makes it right that you have an answer and I don't, then you are 100% right because I don't have an answer. But your answer is fucking medieval and fucking ludicrous.
And perfectly acceptable if somebody comes onto your property. This is our property.
And at that point, if it's an imminent threat, you stop the threat. That's how that works.
No. If somebody enters my house and I didn't invite them,
okay, so a 73-year-old woman comes in your house holding. Say again? Oh, you want me to answer or you want to try?
Go ahead.
Because I can wait. I have no problem. I'm just trying to dismember your insanity. So if a 73-year-old woman walks into your home with a casserole dish in an ambient fucking haze, you're saying to me you assess it and you blow her away?
Again, that's a straw man. That does not happen.
It is it is a straw man. But if I steel man your position, it's fucking ludicrous. Would you like me to steel man your position?
Again, how does that apply to what I'm saying? If you have a border and there's signs all over the place, if you cross this, just like the White House,
matter of fact,
or many of other things, and you have signs all over the place in every other fucking language in the world. Cross this point, the fucking sniper right over fucking there is going to take you the fuck out.
Matter of fact, you scumbag, I'm glad you didn't bait me into this. I told you I wasn't going to bite, but okay, it makes for good radio. Okay, first of all, I take back fuck you because I didn't straw man. What I steel manned actually was you brought up the in your home thing. That's what I was steel manning actua The
but
border
you're giving a scenario that would never happen.
Then you're straw manning. Then you're straw manning your own position because it's not applicable. You coming into your home is not applicable to coming over the border.
How is that? It's an invasion of property.
Because one is your docile. Okay, it is your home, right? If they come in, the right thing to do is to assess the situation and act accordingly. There's laws that give you the right to act accordingly here in the United States. And maybe your state, I don't know, states are different. Mine, Florida, very, very, very loose with it. Come on the property, you're donezo. That doesn't mean as a responsible adult human gun owner that you just open fire because they're in your home. Can you? Are you protected by law? Maybe. Morally, I don't know. That's for you.
We should probably, I'm not talking about opening your doors. I'm talking about somebody breaking down a door, breaking in a window, sneaking into your house with obvious malintent, which is exactly
stop right there.
Okay.
That's your Achilles heel, pal. Because how in the world are you gonna dictate malintent on anybody who walks across the border? Forget my personal opinion, whether I think it is or not. Pardon?
It's theft. That's malintent.
So your theft is penalty by death because of your theft. You fucking medieval psychopath.
Again, really? Somebody breaks into your
really?
Okay, somebody breaks into your house. You catch them at your safe stealing money.
You fucking straw-manning motherfucker. That is not applicable. You cannot make that comparison.
If you're breaking into this country, you're stealing money. You're stealing time. You're stealing.
Not necessarily. You don't know that.
Okay, please give me a scenario where that doesn't apply.
I'm telling you that maybe this person comes over. Maybe they do come in and pay taxes. Maybe they do come in and somehow take care of their elderly family. I'm not saying, I don't know, but I'm telling you that gracious godlike Rex is going to grant you, if you were born here or if you were under a certain age, you could stay. But if you're not, you come in, you die.
Yeah, exactly. That again, there's no reason.
And wait, what does Jen say? People on the border would agree.
Yeah,
I'm sure they would, because that is at least a little bit more of an analogy to being the home, because that is actually their home. They're docile. They're bringing onto their actual private property. Okay, but making the analogy of this border, this invisible line border, which I agree with, which I think that laws should be upheld, but the law and penalty of death because of it is in fucking insanity to me.
Well, again, Jen
saying that the border things, I get it, but that's not going to make the case because of border towns.
But again, okay, you can't even name me a scenario. Okay, we have a strong wall. We have signs all over that wall that say "Do not cross. Go to port of entry." And hell, I'll even guarantee one better. We add ports of entry on. We had 200 more ports of entry along the border where you can get checked in and find out if you have a valid reason to be in this country. So now you even have more chances to do it legally.
Can I tell you the truth? I don't want that. I don't want more illegal immigration.
It wouldn't be illegal. You would go to the port of entry. You would state your business. If you don't have business, you get turned away. It's very simple.
I don't want increased immigration. Am I okay with immigration at some in moderation? 100%. I'm not an advocate for immigration. I'm not an advocate for illegal immigration. I am an advocate to not kill someone that comes over the border illegally. That's all my problem is with you right now. That's it. It's not with immigration law. It's not with illegal immigration. You're granting too much. I don't even want the shit you're granting. It's too much, you fucking lib. I don't want it.
Then I don't know what to tell you, because if you
do
something,
tell me, Footer, I don't want to murder someone for breaking the law.
Oh yeah,
I'm not okay with that.
I agree with that.
Most immigrants kill Americans with drugs. Really? Some do.
Illegal immigration, yeah, sure.
Most illegal immigrants kill Americans with drugs.
I wouldn't say most.
But then that's what was written. This is getting insane. Holy shit.
Well, that's her opinion. That's not mine.
Drug smugglers. Yes, there are a lot of drug smugglers. You gonna tell me the majority of illegal immigration are drug smugglers?
Yeah, that's not my opinion. That would be hers.
I know, but my point is, Jen is feeding into your credibility of why I'm saying you're not thinking this fucking shit out, because that shit's getting attached to it. I agree with your hard stance of do something, but you can't sit there and tell me you're okay with murdering someone that comes into the country illegally.
I am 100% okay with that.
God, man, you gotta fucking okay. What do you want me to tell you, man? That's who you are. What do you want?
Again, if you know that's the penalty and you still do it, you're an idiot.
It's a great deterrent, sure. But people die to make your point. Wonderful job. I don't even know what to fucking tell you. That is dehumanizing people, just so you fucking know.
How is that dehumanizing?
Because someone's breaking a law and you want to fucking kill them.
There are okay, if you murder somebody, you should be put to death. If you rape somebody,
maybe you should.
If you break into somebody's house, you should be put to death. If you arm rob
you're gonna say that without context?
Breaking into somebody's house, yeah, you should die.
Without context, automatic death penalty.
Yeah, if you break into somebody's house, you're dead. If you
So
if
when
you
this
rob
older
somebody, if you rob
7-year-old
somebody,
woman comes into your house in a fucking ambient stage, bringing a casserole, and you blow her away,
that is such
God
bullshit.
bless you.
Like that,
and
that,
just as much bullshit as every fucking illegal immigrant kills Americans with drugs. So what the fuck are you talking about? Just as fucking ridiculous.
armed robbery, you should die. Right? We can agree with that, right? If you
There's
rob
a
somebody,
great chance that you will. You pull the gun out, I have a gun, you're getting smoked.
but it's not a great chance. I mean, look how many armed robberies happen and none of them die.
As per the guy who didn't pull the trigger, it's context. You're making the decision as a gun owner, is what I said before. I'll say it again. There's context. It's you making a decision as a gun owner. I don't want my government blowing people away because they break the law.
Yeah, well, that's where we disagree.
We do disagree.
If you break into my house and I catch you and you run outside, I'll shoot you in the fucking back and be okay with it.
You have every right, if that's what the law states in your fucking,
I don't care if the law says that or not. I have the right to do it as a human right.
Okay. Okay, bro. You're the Lindsey Graham of domestic. I mean, you are. You want this disproportionate. You want a disproportionate penalty for something, and that's okay. But fucking own that shit. Don't make it seem like if people don't agree with you that we're on the fucking.
Again, I'm giving you an absolute perfect scenario to stop illegal immigration, especially.
Guess what? It's not perfect. You think it's perfect. A lot of people think you're fucking insane, and we're not libs. We're not anti-conservative. We're not anti-America first. And if that's what you think, whoever thinks it, go fuck yourself, because that's not what it is.
Well, comment in chat if you have comment in the comments below if you have a better alternative.
No, you fucking no. You're not doing that. Don't comment in chat if you agree with him. I don't care about your alternative.
Give me an alternative.
There you go, everybody. Move the goalpost. Great job.
There is no goalpost. I gave you. This is exactly what I think should happen. If you have a better alternative, give it to me.
Here's the goalpost. You would make it one way or another. The goalpost is either give us your prescriptions to illegal immigration. I don't want that goalpost. I want very simple. Do you believe illegal immigrants should be shot if they cross the border illegally? Okay, that's the goalpost.
I will put that poll in Spotify.
Just comment. I don't care about the poll. Just comment on it. We'll go by comments. You can put a poll too. But people don't go on the poll as much as they should. We comment a lot more. And that's the bottom line is where the goalpost is. You said three things. I agreed with you. I'm not for illegal immigration. The laws need to be changed to secure the borders even more. You granted two things that I don't even know if I'm okay with it. It might be too much for me. Okay? You might have granted too much. People staying in the country and under 15, I don't know. I haven't thought about it too much. But I think you granted too much. So you're the dirty lib there. My point comes into you want people to be killed if they cross the border illegally, and then you're gonna analogize. You're gonna make the analogy of it then like breaking into your docile. Okay, that's my problem. So let me make it very clear. If I hear one fucking person say that I'm for open borders or I'm easy on illegal immigration, go fuck yourself. That's not the case. My point of contention with Rex is one thing and one thing only. I don't think people should be killed for coming to into the country illegally. That's my point. That's it. That's my only point of contention. You realize that, right? You're not going to misconstrue this.
No, that's fine.
But you heard me clear on that, right? I have no problem with anything more.
If you're on Spotify, iTunes, iHeart, YouTube, Twitch, come on over to Rumble, join, subscribe, and follow us along.
Ta-da!